Hello viewers, welcome back, and today we're going to make an egg biryani, and for that we are going to start boiling off our eggs. And I am using hot water from my hot water kettle, and now I will add the eggs and then boil them in this pan. In this hot water I've had this 6 eggs, and I project 2 eggs per person, adult or child, and I will boil them to a roaring boil for 10 minutes and then switch them off and have them sit in that hot boiling water for further 10 minutes so that they can be cooked to the point where they're hard boiled. At the same time, I've soaked 1 1/3 cups of rice in water, and I'll soak it for 30 minutes. Boil now, and I'm going to switch it off and let it sit for another 10 minutes for the eggs to become nice hard boiled eggs. Rice will soak for 30 minutes, after which I will wash it and then use it. In the meanwhile, our eggs have been boiled, and I will now remove the shells. Meanwhile, I've taken 2 or 3 potatoes and I have seasoned them with salt and paprika, and I will shallow fry them and use them to garnish my biryani. Biryanis always taste better with potatoes, so do go ahead and add some potatoes. They really taste delicious. As I was shallow frying my potatoes, I did add a lid to the pan so that they cook much faster, and you can see me using that in this video. Drain the potatoes on a paper towel. So in a separate pan, pop some jeera and add some bay leaf in a tablespoon, or about a tablespoon of oil. And then because we're going to drain this rice, we're going to use at least 3 or 4 times the amount of water. So because I'm using 1 1/3 cup of rice, I'm going to use about 5 or 6 cups of water. And also season it with salt. Once the jeera starts sizzling, I'm going to add 5 to 6 cups of water, and don't forget to season it with salt. Now I'm adding the boiling water. I used my hot water kettle to boil the water to make cooking of this biryani a lot more faster. Once the water comes to a roaring boil, you can now add the washed and soaked rice. Boil the rice till it's partly cooked, almost 70% done, and it took me about 8 to 10 minutes to get to that point. In the same pan that I fried my potatoes, I removed the potatoes, and it's about in 2 tablespoons of oil. I will lightly fry my eggs so that they get a slight browning on them, and I'll keep turning them until they're done. Be sure to turn the eggs all around so that they get a golden coating that looks very nice in a biryani. Once the eggs are ready, drain them on a kitchen towel in the same plate as the potatoes. So with the leftover oil, I will fry 1 1/2 onion, 1 tablespoon of ginger, and 1 tablespoon of garlic paste until it turns light pink. After about 8 to 10 minutes, my rice look partly done, which is about 70% cooked, and it took me about 8 to 10 minutes. Bear in mind I used boiling water. I will now drain this water in a colander and separate the rice. To the masala that is cooking in a separate pan, I did have to add a teaspoonful of oil because the masala looked a little dry. So in a blender, I've got 1 1/2 medium-sized tomato, 1 green chili, and 5 tablespoons of yogurt, and I'm going to blend them. This is what the blend mixture looks like. I will now add this mixture to the dry masala that's cooking in the pan, and then add some dry spices. To this mixture, add a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of paprika, and half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. And you can adjust the salt to your taste. And let's cook it through. To this mixture, I am going to add a teaspoon of coriander powder, a teaspoon of jeera powder, and half a teaspoon of garam masala. The next step is we're going to take a big broad based pan and we're going to smear about a teaspoon or a little more than a teaspoon of ghee all around it so that the rice don't get stuck to the bottom whilst heating it again. In the meanwhile, we will cook the masala till it thickens up a lot but doesn't dry up completely. Now that the masala is thickened, we will layer the biryani first with a layer of rice, then followed by the layer of masala. Then we'll add the egg and the potatoes. Potatoes we will now layer with the remaining rice. After layering it with rice, I will add some food coloring mixed with water on top just to add some color. After adding the food coloring, I will cook it on low heat for 10 minutes. And I will cover it with a lid so that the steam also helps it cook it through very well. Now a step I missed was just before covering it with the lid, I added about a tablespoon of ghee that I drizzled all around the biryani to keep it moist. And then I added the lid and put the biryani on dum, which is steam for about 10 minutes, and then I stopped cooking. After 10 minutes, I fluffed this biryani with a fork, and this biryani easily served 3 to 4 people. It was a yummy biryani. Do like it. Do try it. I'm sure your family will like it. See you later. Bye.